Welcome to Mission Millennial Z Alpha Generations, where we share the other side of the creation story with today's youth. In today's video, we are adding to the series that we're doing called Quick Refutations of Internet Atheists and Theists. And we try to keep these to about 5 minutes long because they're not worthy. These topics typically aren't worthy of spending a lot of time on. So we want to keep them brief. So let's look at the entry today about whether all religionists are just brainwashed, and therefore the implication being what they believe is false. Of course, atheism is true. They're the only sound ones, the only ones who haven't been indoctrinated, which is the implication. I hear this all the time, so I want to take a passing shot at it in a good way. So let's jump right into the reference that brought this about. Now, this is, and I'll get to the person who posted this, but this is a quotation. This is their post. And it goes like this. Isn't it a remarkable coincidence? Almost everyone has the same religion as their parents, and it's always just happens to be the right religion. Religions run in families. If we had been brought up in ancient Greece, we would all be worshiping Zeus and Apollo. And if we had been born Vikings, we would be worshiping Wotan and Thor. How does this come about? Through childhood indoctrination. So this is from a post from Leighton Ratnam, sorry, mispronounced that. And I posted a response to this. And here's what I said. And if you were brought up in the Soviet Union or communist China, you would be an atheist. Dawkins is guilty of the genetic fallacy. The genetic fallacy is a logical fallacy that occurs when someone judges an argument based on its origin rather than its content. It is also known as the fallacy of origins or the fallacy of virtue. It is often used against theism, though it could just as equally be applied against atheism. Frankly, and this is my view, my opinion, it's a sign of weakness, oftentimes, that they use such a patently false argument because atheists don't have better arguments to use. They don't have a lot of them. Now, let me be clear, as I wrote here, atheism has just 2 arguments that should stop and give one pause, but that is it. And then Justin Westcott replied, you clearly don't understand the genetic fallacy. He didn't say why I didn't. Isn't he saying that through childhood indoctrination, people believe all these false things? That basically all religions are false because it's just indoctrination? And isn't it true that the communists indoctrinate their children? They don't let their children hear any other ideologies, at least not a truthful rendition of them. So anyway, what else is there? I just wanted to keep this as brief as possible, as digestible as possible. All right. And then Robert Ashcott gets it. He says, well, guess what happens to kids born to atheist parents? You got it. Childhood indoctrination. Let's hit a like on that one. That deserves a like. All right. I think that's it for now. I just wanted to briefly touch, and that's the purpose of this series, is to briefly touch on these internet posts because they are repetitive. They keep bringing up the same things oftentimes, but in different ways. Now, as far as the Richard Dawkins things, the Richard Dawkins quote, I did a larger video on that, and I'll put that in the description where I take on Richard Dawkins' lengthy use of the genetic fallacy in a public discussion or whatever it was. So you can find that in the description. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe if you hadn't. And we appreciate any comments you make, good, bad, or ugly. We try to reply to them all. So you have a good day. Bye-bye.